Hey guys, okay, so we are going to be using the new Peanuts collection. Super adorable. So this is the Positive Vibes one. So we're going to do it on a t-shirt real quick. And I'm just going to do this in black ink today. But, y'all, let's do this the easier way. Let's take our shirt. Let's flip it inside out here. And make sure you've got it straight. Okay, so once you lay it down, you want to make sure it looks good, flat, center here. Then we're going to take our ink mat and we're going to flip it over, and we're going to line it up right about where we want it. And I'm going to press that down. Okay. Once I've done that, I'm going to go right ahead and flip it back the correct way. Okay, so you can see here is our ink mat. And let's go ahead and take our transfer here. Okay. Now I like to go right about where the armpits are. That's kind of the center that I aim for. And I kind of just hold it up like this. Normally it's going to bend right there in the center, just to give you an idea of where the middle is, the middle line is. Okay, looks good to me. You can also fold your transfer in half to give you an idea of where the line is right there and right there. It's not going to hurt your transfer. All right, so we are going to be using black ink here. I've got my ink, I've got my mini squeegee, and we're just gonna go ahead and pull this over the whole design. Now, if you've never used chalk or ink before, just know that ink is permanent, right? We will need to heat set this once it is dried, but this is just such a fun and easy way to make t-shirts, either for the whole family, just for yourself. Maybe you want to make them to sell them, whichever you choose. Super easy to make, very quick. Unless you want to go back and you want to add some color, we can totally watercolor this, okay? And then we put the excess back in here. So we're going to kind of scrape the excess off. I think I got the majority of it. Put it back in the jar. And what I do recommend is check your fingers before you go and pull the transfer off. I don't want you to get it everywhere. I usually recommend just have some wipies handy. Oops, just dropped mine. Okay, let me grab my wipey, wipe my hands off, and then I also wipe off the squeegee real quick. Okay, that way it's done, it's clean, you don't have to worry about it later. And then again, just make sure your hands are clean, because once we do this, we typically take our hand and we hold the t-shirt down and then we pull, okay? So we're going to start pulling. I work my way over to the center and I pull from here. Whether it's the center here or the center up there, doesn't matter which direction, but I do try and pull from the center. Now I'm going to pull all the way until it's about to be pulled up. I just want to make sure everything looks good. If I missed a spot, I'm going to quickly lay it back down, go over it just a little bit, and then I can check it again. It looks great. So I'm going to remove it, okay? You guys, look how cute. This looks awesome in just black ink. Even if it was on a black t-shirt with white ink, I think this would look awesome. So what we're going to do is we're going to let it dry. You can let it dry maybe for like 30 minutes or a couple hours or overnight, right? You don't have to do this right away. You could I could let this sit overnight, come back to it tomorrow. We can heat set it. Okay guys, it has been overnight, so it is dry to the touch, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I have turned on my heat press, 350 degrees, and I have set my timer for 30 seconds, okay? So I'm going to remove my ink mat. Now, the cool thing about just letting it completely dry overnight, or at least for a few hours, you guys, is you don't have to worry about it falling on itself and getting all over the place, okay? So that is the cool thing about just letting it dry. We are going to take a heat pad And I'm going to place mine inside of the shirt here. Okay. When we press it though, it should be fine. It's not going to transfer over onto the pad. But if it's wet, it could potentially leave some kind of marks on the pad. So if you are pressing it while it is wet, what I do recommend is just put like a piece of parchment paper inside of here and you'll be fine. Okay, so we're going to use some parchment paper here. You can use Teflon as well. And we are going to set this for 30 seconds. All right, there we go. I'm going to remove the parchment paper. We will take out our little pad here. Now I'm also going to flip this inside out and we're going to press it one more time here. Oops, almost flew my parchment paper off the table. Okay, this time I'm just going to let it sit just like that and we'll go ahead and do, here we go, another 30 seconds. All right. Turn off my heat press. Let's go ahead and take our shirt, turn it the correct side. Now, ta-da! How cute is that? It is set, it is good to go. You can wear it. If you wanted to watercolor this, you definitely could. What I recommend, put the ink mat back inside and watercolor it. You want to thin out your ink very thin and just paint, and then I would highly recommend let it dry. When you are using the watercoloring, don't get so close to the outline. Just come right inside of it because on cloth and fabric, that watercolor will just spread, okay? So don't get too close to the outside there. But I love it just like this as well. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if you have any questions, and until next time.